In my grandparents' house, there was a solemn, oak-cased wall clock that had stopped at exactly 12. It hung above the fireplace for as long as I could remember, its brass pendulum still, a silent sentinel over a frozen noon. When I was little, fascinated by its stubborn stillness, I asked my grandfather why he didn't fix it or replace it with one that worked. He smiled softly, his eyes crinkling at the corners as he looked from the clock to my grandmother. "It's working just fine," he'd say. "It's telling the most important time of the day." That answer never made sense to my logical, young mind. A clock that didn't tick was broken, wasn't it? Its purpose was to measure the forward march of life, not to commemorate a single, static point. Years later, the scent of lilies filling their quiet house after his funeral, my grandmother finally took my hand and led me to the fireplace. She pointed up. "The clock stopped the moment he proposed," she said, her voice clear and steady with memory. "Right here in this room, under that very clock." He was so nervous, he fumbled with the ring box and bumped into the wall. The whole thing shuddered and went silent. He tried to fix it for weeks, but I told him not to. I liked it that way. It felt like the moment our life together began never had to end. After she passed too, the house was sold, its rooms emptied of a lifetime. The new young owners, seeing me linger, offered me the clock. I almost didn't take it. It was heavy, dusty, and utterly useless. But something in me, a thread connecting me to that story, couldn't leave it behind to become a stranger's decor. At home, in my modern apartment, I hung it above my own fireplace, a beautiful anachronism. Every time I looked at its motionless face, I didn't see a broken machine. I thought of them. Two people who had chosen to freeze time, not out of fear of the future, but out of a profound love for a single, perfect beginning. One night, while clumsily rearranging the living room furniture, I bumped the wall with a bookshelf. The clock wobbled, then fell with a sickening crash. I picked it up, wincing at the sound of loose parts rattling inside, expecting to find it shattered beyond any sentimental repair. But when I carefully hung it back on its hook, something miraculous happened. A soft, hesitant tick times broke the silence, then another. The minute hand shuddered and jumped forward. The hands were moving again for the first time in over 60 years. I didn't call a repairman. I didn't dare open the back to fiddle with the mechanism. Somehow, in its violent meeting with the floor, time itself had decided the clock, and perhaps I were ready to move forward. Again, carrying the past not as a burden, but as a rhythm. Now, it hangs in my home, its steady, gentle ticking a new soundtrack to my life, still at eye level. But every day at noon, when its hands meet perfectly at the top of the world, I stop whatever I'm doing, whether I'm on a work call or making lunch, and I sit beneath it for just a moment. Not because I believe in literal magic, but because I've learned that some moments are so sacred, they deserve to be revisited and honored, even as the clock and life faithfully keeps moving forward. Love doesn't stop time, it teaches us which moments are worth returning to, even as the clock keeps moving.